Hello and welcome to another update video about Harmony One. In Harmony One, we are, in my view, currently in this ABC correction that so many cryptos are currently doing within this wave C. Yeah, I think we might have just seen here maybe the fourth wave. Yeah, that's a certain possibility before we move down in a final wave 5, because you can count this possibly here as a 5-wave move to the downside. So you get your a small 1-2 up here, you get your wave 3, 4, and that could be the 5th wave down. Certainly a possibility. There is still the possibility, a very low one in my view, that we have already seen here 5 waves to the downside, even though it doesn't look like it at all. But you can count here, if you really want to, 5 waves, and then you can imagine that you do here something like a wave 1, 2, and you get your 3, 4, 5 waves up. So at the moment, it's pretty much in a very, very difficult state. I don't think we are doing this because the way the structure here looks, it doesn't look bullish at all. Yeah, it doesn't look bullish at all. What you did here, a lot of these 99% retracements, this is typically not a good sign. In the past, it didn't lead to sustainable breakouts. The same happened here. Yeah, you can see that very similar. And we didn't really, well, we moved up, but it was not a sustainable move to new all-time highs. Of course, money could be made here. I had my sell orders trigger here. We talked about it on this channel. I talked about it to the channel members. So it was great. Yeah, having even higher than that. I think at 34 cents I had my last sell order trigger. And now it's time to start to reinvest these profits for me. Even though I think we might drop lower here. We're currently just at a very important support level here. You can see that at the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level at 16.6 cents. That's a very important support level. But overall, I think it's not looking good. Again here, one of these 90% retracements here. It didn't manage to stay above the 0.5 Fib level, above 20 cents. It just didn't manage to. It lost the 200-day moving average again here in yellow. And this doesn't look bullish at all, yeah. It's not what a crypto would do that would go to new all-time highs from here. You know, in the last video we talked about that I do expect lower prices, and we did see that. In the last video we were, I mean, nothing too significant. We were at 19 cents, a little bit above 19 cents. I think that was here just around the 11th or so of the 11th of February. I talked about this potentially here being a first wave up, but the likelihood is low. Talked about it that we would see certainly the 18.1 cents, yeah, and that is the 0.786 Fib level, with the next support level also being possible at 17.3 cents. Now, yeah, we saw the 18.1, but we even broke to the next one. It's good to see, though, that Harmony One is reacting to these Fibonacci levels. You can see it very clearly how Harmony One is reacting to these Fib levels. Yeah, it did react here first to the 0.786 at 18.1 cents, and then it also reacted to the next one here very, very accurately at 17.3 cents, 17.4. That's the 0.887 Fib level. That is, if it drops lower, it basically gets to the beginning of the wave to 16.5 cents. Wouldn't be a good sign at all. Well, at least not for the bulls, because then it would lose this support. It's an important support here, this 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level. If it loses that, it will print here a lower low again, not compared to the beginning of the wave, but all of these here will be lost. Yeah. So either there's only two ways. Either it goes up from here and then it could really start. If it then goes up quite strongly, that could be a third wave. That could then be really a rocket start that we need to get out of here. But at the moment, it doesn't look really like it. Also here, you know, there is further space obviously to move higher. But in the end, what this could have just been is just here, yeah, a wave 4 as we currently see it for crypto. Just because of the structure, it doesn't look bullish at all to me. So yeah, maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if this was a wave 4, like what I expect for Bitcoin, let's just see what it did do. Yeah, it did run mainly to the perfect retracement level, the 0.382 Fib level at 23.8 cents. Didn't quite get there. It did get to 23.6. I think that doesn't really matter. But it did hit the ideal retracement level for a wave 4, the 0.382 fib level. So, you know, I think I'm fairly confident that this was only a wave 4 to the downside and that we are now preparing for the final wave 5 down. That could then take us into this blue target area, which I've been talking about for a while, sitting between 7.3 cents and 13.5 cents. The only reason, typically I would give the major target area would actually be here in this range between the 88.7% fib level and the 61.8. But it can't really be, because we need to come in that final wave down. We need to come below the wave A. The wave A was here at 13.8 or 13.6, yeah, and we want to get below that to tidy up the chart, and also ideally, yeah, you want to get to 10.8, but potentially even 7.3. That is what many cryptos are doing. And I think the only reason that Harmony One isn't there yet is because it was very late in the correction and it moved up quite long, all the way into January here to nearly new all-time highs. Yeah, so it's just late in the correction. Currently we see a little bit of a support there, also because on the 4-hour chart you were oversold. So not a surprise really that you find some support there. We talked about it anyway in the previous video. On the daily chart though, and this is bearish, it has moved into the bearish range on the daily RSI and is finding resistance on the 50 line. So it's probably now going to bounce here up and down, yeah, in this bearish range. And also on the daily, and the daily chart is fairly meaningful, yeah. On the daily, on the MACD, you're printing here, probably gonna tomorrow, probably you're gonna get that, unless it now starts to move up. You're probably gonna have another bearish crossover on the MACD, which would be another sell signal. The 4-day chart also doesn't look bullish at all. Further downside here, you can see the selling momentum on the MACD, also on the RSI, further downside. The weekly chart as well, everything points to the downside. Even here had it's come into the bearish range of the RSI, and you know, it's worked out so perfectly. We talked about it on this chart in this whole move up, that this is not a sustainable move up. Talked about it down here, gave you my target area. Yes, it did overshoot it slightly. Nevertheless, another sell order triggered up here. And then I told you we are probably, if you know, with a high likelihood, we were here. A lot of people super bullish, super bullish. Everybody was just going to the moon from here. I did say, be very careful. I think we're going to come down here, and that is what we're doing. So I think we're going to come down more, you know. I remain fairly confident about this. Looking at all the indicators, I mean, it doesn't matter. You even just look at another one, the ADX, yeah, another momentum indicator. On the 4-hour chart down here, you have if you have the red line above the green line, you see it's a short signal, and the blue line that you probably can't see very well here. I'll make that white. The white line showing the trend. The white line doesn't show the trend direction, it just shows if it's a trend. And you can see the red line shows the red, or the red and the green lines, they show the trend direction. So if the red line is above the green line, it's a downtrend, yeah. And the white line is just showing the strength of the trend. You can see that on the 4-hour chart here, the strength of the downtrend is actually increasing. So we're heading further to the downside. You can see on the 8-hour chart as well, even though the trend is decreasing, you have a sell signal as well, a short signal on the daily as well. You just crossed here bearish on the 10th. On the 4-day chart as well, even though this is more of a sideways movement here. On the weekly chart, this actually still on the ADX still points towards bullishness, but the trend direction, the trend strength is heading down. And if the trend strength is very low, this just indicates sideways movement. Yeah, so it's just a decreasing bullish trend. Yeah, bear in mind, this is the longer time frame. On the weekly still, on the monthly still bullish, but that's no surprise. Look at how strong Harmony One did move up. But if I go to the shorter time frames as well, just another bearish cross here on the 1-hour chart. So it's, you know, most of these indicators are pointing to the downside, and generally you can see on the chart it's moving sideways, but overall we are probably in this wave C. That is what I think, given the chart structure, the indicators, the Fibonacci levels that it did run to, and so far how it is all worked out. The fact that the wave B, it was a wave B probably, it didn't make a new all-time high there, double top, moving down. Yeah, so that's my view here. Hopefully you liked the update about Harmony One. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And as always, if you really like the content, maybe consider to join the channel membership. Then you can get access to Telegram, which is the live chat, yeah, to Discord with a lot of additional content, my buy and sell orders, my hodl portfolio, all sorts of different content, great chat as well, and a weekly live stream depending on all, you know, which kind of membership option you want to go for. It's not expensive at all, I think, compared to the getting, you know, considering the feedback that I get from the members. I think it's not expensive at all. Many other people charge more. And yeah, just check it out for a week. You can do that on my website. You can book it there. You can find a link in the description, or you can just do it here on YouTube if you're interested. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.